Welcome to Soccer We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United fans. Today we've got some breaking news, disturbing news, positive news, negative news, but we are joined with a collection of great guys. Starting with Houston Red Army, we have Joe, the Peacemaker, the Soul Man. Joe, welcome to the show, mate. Is it sunny in there?
Nah, man. I'm here for the funeral of the season, man. The funeral is about to begin.
Right.
Yeah.
Joining us from UK, we have Richard. Haven't seen Richard in a long time. Richard, welcome to the show.
How you doing, guys? You all right?
Yep. And Kay, the smiley one. Kay, welcome back representing UK. Right, we've just got some breaking news. We had breaking news yesterday, so United fans were happy. The first signing, Tyrell Malacia. And everyone was fine that, yeah. But the Jong deal is kind of staggered. Now we're hearing something else. Now we heard Ronaldo says he wants out. So Marthnez deal is we're fighting with Arsenal with Marthnez. Anthony deal, will we still have enough money to sign Anthony? No CDM. So what's going on? Let me start with you, Richard. When you got the news that Tyrell Malacia signed, were you happy or you just thought, that's a regular? What was your thought?
I was in between. I was thinking, all right, we need a left back because our current options are not that great. But at the same time, it's a £15 million left back. It's not really going to make us challenge for the league anytime soon.
Right.
So I was thinking, it's a nice signing, but it's not a signing
impact signing.
Will cause an immediate impact. And I read that he's going to be back up to Luke Shaw. So
back up
to Luke Shaw initially. So that's not really filled me with much confidence. Right. Hopefully he can be a regular player, but we need so much more than just him, But
I could see that
on board. Yeah.
Right. Kay, Tyrell Malacia, what you think about him? Were you happy when you got him? Did you think this is the floodgates transfers? Because United hijacked the deal from Leon.
You know what? At the time, because as it sounded like we were getting him. I just thought, yes, United are actually sorting themselves out. They're being smart in the market. They're letting people bid and then putting a bid a little bit more instead of just going in with a big, massive bid. So I was like, yeah, but how quickly things can change from that to today. Now it shows me they panicked. They thought some deals are Ronaldo won't say, De Jong might be off, let's just get signing. I think they just panicked and thought, let's get this done quick. That's what it seems like to me. So I'm not impressed, to be honest.
Joe, yesterday, United fans, partly over the moon, at least one signing in the door. A Dutch player, Erik ten Hag, wanted him. We got him. All was hoo-ha. Today. It's like, what's going wrong, mate?
I don't know, man. It seems like it's just another day, another chapter in this. Like, I don't know, we're falling. I don't get it, man. We can't catch no breaks with this team. Every single moment we think we're starting to see a glimmer of the light at the end of the tunnel. Nah, there's a fucking cave in, and then it goes dark again. Like, I get it. It wasn't out of the positions that we really need to fill. Stuff like defensive midfielder, center back, right winger. This wasn't one of them his YouTube highlights, it looks great, right? I would like to see what Luke Shaw can bring once he's being challenged again, because it looks like he fell off. I'd like to see some new blood, but we're not picking anybody that's going straight into the first team, and it's disappointing. And unfortunately, Ronaldo has seen that too, because in order for Ronaldo to be successful in this team had to be a lot more ambitious than they have been in this transfer window. And it doesn't look like they are. And he's chucking the deuces. And you know what? I absolutely don't blame him, man. I don't blame him at all. He should have had more ambition than the entire team, his organization.
Right. So the De Jong deal now, where does that leave United? Okay, Richard, the De Jong deal. Is he coming to United? Is he not coming to United? Are we getting him or we're not getting him? What's the latest now?
Yeah, so according to reports, okay, so what time is it now? 8:54 UK time.
Right.
Some people are saying he's set to join, okay? So the
Right.
Mirror Football are saying Frankie de Jong is set to join Man United this week. Other reports, and most importantly, the president of Barcelona, Laporta, has come out and said that they don't want to sell De Jong. De Jong wants to stay, and they'll try everything in their power to make him stay. The issue is salary. So what I'm deciphering from this is that they want to sell him, but if they were to keep him, he has to take a pay decrease because he said the issue is salary. Because I think he's the highest paid player. So I think they want to reduce his wages. Either that or get him off the books. Now I'm hearing that Chelsea are also sniffing around the deal as well.
Yeah.
But what could push it in our favor is the fact that he's had a relationship with Ten Hag. So in response to your question, is it on or off? I'm not so sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's been called off. But then I wouldn't be surprised if he comes.
Okay. De Jong, what are you hearing? What's the whispers on the street?
Like Richard said, yeah, adding to that, Laporta said the clubs that want him, not just United, they have no intentions of selling him. He wants to stay. And he's also said Frankie is considered. What makes me think that what Richard just said about Chelsea, I think they're trying to create a bidding war because whatever they get for De Jong, they can spend fully because of the levers now. They've gone past the deadline. And then what confirms this to me is when Laporte says Frankie is considered as one of the best midfielders in the world by all experts. We are happy to have him. So it's almost like we'll keep him, but if someone wants him, pay a certain fee, and then you can go. And they want him to take a pay cut. So it's almost like same with Dembele. They want Dembele to take a pay cut. So it's almost like if you guys are willing to take a pay cut, we're happy to have you. If you don't want to take a pay cut, we'll sell you to the highest bidder. Obviously, with Dembele, he's on a free, I think. With De Jong, obviously, he's still got a few years on his contract. So Barca is smart. They made United think, yep, you're the only ones that are going to sign him. And now they've got what they needed and they can spend money. They're thinking, you know what? We can get some extra money out of this. So it's just, yeah. And what I was saying before is the fact that Ronaldo's come out and said what he said on the same day that this is being leaked makes me think that Ronaldo knows that this De Jong deal might not happen. So he's thinking, this season, last season we finished where we finished, and we've only signed a person that's going to be a backup to Luke Shaw, and we're going on pre-season. Like, everyone's back tomorrow. It just says like, yeah, it just says like, he's thinking, this club are not serious. Why am I staying here to put myself through all this stress?
I saw people like to leave Jong in training, Pelistri all smiling, Radford all smiling like, oh God. Joe, De Jong, yes or no?
At this point, man, it doesn't even matter if Cristiano leaves. If Cristiano leaves, but we get De Jong, that completely neutralizes the whole De Jong thing. Because we're thinking we need De Jong to be able to progress the ball a little bit better, right? But now we don't have anybody to feed it to. Unless, just like I said before, we're either going to get worse or we're going to need miracles in order to be successful this season. And when I say miracles, somehow, miracles meaning, shit, does Greenwood get back in the scene? Miracles like Rashford got to turn his game around. Miracles like Martial has to turn his game around. I mean, Cristiano, I'm even willing to go as far as to say Cristiano must have looked, even if we were going to get De Jong, Cristiano Ronaldo, he knows there's more this team needs. He knows we need another center back. He knows we need a right winger, you know? I mean, and he's got to be looking at us like these guys are not moving fast enough. I'm not getting assurances. And he's not going to end up looking like Pogba, where a year from now or 2 years from now, we don't make top 4, we don't win any trophies. You know what's going to start happening? People going to start blaming him. Where in the meantime, this entire season, we've been shit. Now, we might get a little bit bump as far as quality of play, but man, Ten Hag's got a lot of work to do. And I'm not sure Ronaldo has that much confidence. But he's being professional about it, though. He's being nice. He's kind of covering for the Glazers by asking to be to leave. That way, the Glazers get cover. Like, oh, he asked to leave. You know, where they should get, they should deserve just as much blame as anyone else because they created the situation that would have Cristiano Ronaldo leaving his this is his club. This is CR7's club. This is where he was made. And he's dipping out because we're not about it anymore. It's just sad.
Yeah.
So, my thing is this. If Ronaldo leaves, Kay was mentioning we're going to have to expect Radford, Martial. None of them are centre forwards. None of them are good in the air. They don't like to head the ball, any of them. I mean, the heading is not their specialities at all. I just feel when you're putting one puzzle in, we're pulling 3 puzzles out. It just feels, can you ever have a complete puzzle? It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. All right. The Timber deal. We all know Louis van Gaal whispered in his ears, you're not going to get regular time there. There's no point in going to that club. That club's going to destroy your career. Fine. I get that. Now, what's your guys' take on Lisandro Martínez? We're battling with Arsenal. Then, can we get Anthony, another very skillful winger who says he wants to come to United, from Ajax as well? So we're hitting the Dutch team and Dutch league hard. You know? Are these guys going to walk straight into the team or they're backups for some other backups we got in this team? Joe?
I don't know, man.
I see this whole thing's got you discombobulated completely.
It's like, I mean, it's 4th of July weekend. We supposed to be barbecuing. We supposed to be celebrating. It's supposed to be a good weekend, man. The weather's going to be all right. You know, it's supposed to rain. It's not. You know, like I said, man, mental health is a hell of a thing. This team is doing whatever it takes, whatever it can. You know, I just don't have any words, man. Like it's official now. I'm watching it on Sky. It's crazy, you know. But there's Ten Hag. I feel sorry for the guy because, like, I don't think.
I'm beginning to think. I don't think he kind of knew the impact or magnitude of what he's going to have to do. And with Ralph Rangnick not there, I think he's going to struggle a bit.
Like, oh my God, it's almost like they preemptively got rid of Rangnick so that he didn't expose and let Ten Hag know. Like, that's crazy. Like, the one dude you needed to talk to, they make sure that conversation there happened. This is wild, man. This is wild. This is diabolical. It's diabolical what they're doing to this club. It's diabolical, man. And, you know, we hear, you know, let's give Richard Arnold a break. Man, it's looking like we're making the same moves. There's only so many times you can, you know, violate this team, violate these fans like this.
True,
and we just let this shit, you know, continue happening. It's like we've seen this before. We're back to where we were. Remember, like
Sancho deal?
Yeah, I mean, remember 8 years ago when the whole thing was we had everything, but we just needed a we just needed a good midfielder to move the ball. You know, the same thing. We had Fellaini. We had our midfield was dead. Right, same exact thing. Same thing with the right back. We need a right back because we had Valencia back then. You know, it's the same exact thing. We can never just get it together and just complete it. It's always these big swings to fill, you know, holes that with players and spent money that wasn't supposed to be spent in a certain way. And I get what they're trying to do with Dion. They're not trying to spend that much money. But man, either you're gonna spend the money or you don't. And if you're not, let's move on to the next thing. Let's move on because we got other things that we need to take care of. We got 5 substitutions next season. We need depth, man. These teams are going to be running us ragged, especially ones in the top 6. You know, if we don't have a good enough bench, this because our drop off between the first and second team is so big. I'm fine. Like we might just need to just say, fuck it. Let's just build the team so that we can handle these 5 substitutions because it's looking like we're gonna start the season with the same dead motherfuckers from last season, and now we're gonna depend on our fucking kids, the academy, to bail us out, and that's wrong. That's wrong.
Right. Richard, piggyback on what Joe is saying. Marthnez, Anthony, can we sign both? Can United sign both?
We should be signing both, but I'm not sure if we will. Anthony is a good player. I mean, I watched him in the Champions League a few times, and every time I've seen him, he's always impressed me. He's definitely a player that I would pay to watch. You know, he's very entertaining and he's very productive as well. Marthnez, I'm not 100% sold on, even though he was Ajax's best player last season. He was voted player of the season. He's 5'9", and he's going to the Premier League, which is very physical. So unless they maybe plan to sort of make him like a versatile centre-back stroke defensive midfielder, then maybe, you know, I could listen to that. But it doesn't really work in the Premier League, you know, being short. I mean, Cannavaro, one of the greatest defenders in the world, you know, he was only 5'9", and it worked for him. But I think in this league, it's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be tough. But from what I've seen, he's a very quick and aggressive defender. He is competent. My issue is the height. But if he can play in as a defensive midfielder, then who knows? So I'm not. Look, I don't have a thing against short people. You know, I'm not the tallest of people myself, but I just think that in this league, you know, you need some physicality at the back.
Right. Okay. Marthnez, Anthony, where are we? Are we getting both? We're getting none. We're getting one. And I forgot that. Who does United need more, Marthnez or Anthony? Who do United need more?
The way Ten Hag wants to play, I'd say he needs Marthnez more because we want to play higher up pitch. But there's not much between them. Anthony, I think we'll only get the Anthony deal if Ronaldo pushes for a move. And for me, for Ronaldo to come and say that he's looking to leave if a suitable offer comes in, says to me that Mendes has been working behind the scenes and there's clubs that are willing to take him. That's the worrying thing. Because I don't think he'd just come out and make that statement and just throw it out there and hope someone wants him. I think people have spoke to Mendes and said, yeah, we want to take Ronaldo. Like, what will it take? So, and for me, that is, it's one step forward, 5 steps back. Like I already said before in the group that this team is a lot worse off than it was last season because we've lost players, and if you lose Ronaldo, geez, that is
replace him too.
Yeah, the big hammer in the coffin. A big hammer in the coffin. Like people saying like Rashford and Marshall reborn, but there's no certainties. And if you had to put your house on it, you wouldn't be bet on them to do well next season. They might have a better season because it's not hard to do better than they did. But Ronaldo coming out of that team, think about the teams that we're going to play against. They'll be like, no Ronaldo. They'll be rubbing their hands together. Marshall and Rashford back again.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be, we're in for a very, very, very tormented season next season if Ronaldo goes. And I can't see this board throwing money at another striker. It'll be like we did with the Garland.
Not even being linked to any striker.
Because this is crazy.
Nunes, and that fell through. So now it's like, we don't need a striker.
Like Chris used to say, Chris used to say, this club is not serious. He said, always says they're not serious. And they are not serious. For a team that came 6th, you would have thought. Like, you know what? We can't let this performance be repeated. 56 goals, 56 conceded. 6th position, no Champions League, barely, if not Brighton, who beat West Ham on the last day, we would have been going to European Conference. That's how far we've dropped. And the other teams who are ahead of us are improving again and again. And we are still where we were last season. And we shipped out and we just made one season. We just made one signing of a player who's going to be a backup for Luke Shaw. If I were Ronaldo, I'm out of it. How much more can you take? And the preseason tour starts on Friday, right?
Yeah.
July 8th.
Yeah.
I thought that's when the new Adidas kit is officially released on July 8th.
Well, whose name are you gonna get on the back of it? You're gonna have to leave it blank.
Right.
They're pinning their hopes again. Jong, everyone buying Jong shirts.
You see what I mean? So you see, Spurs just signed Richarlison. He might not start, but he gives them something else. Spurs signed Busumi, whatever his name is.
Zuma.
Basuma. I'm Heritage.
So he was.
Basuma, Heritage,
I thought he would come to
and
United.
Richarlison.
We have not signed anybody. Look at Liverpool. They've made the sign. They said they're done because all they did was sell Mane, brought in
Yes.
Yes.
But they're getting Carvalho
Nunes.
from the ball. They sorted that out before in January. Carvalho,
See what I mean? Then look at City. They signed the Haaland.
Calvin Phillips,
Alvarez.
Cucurella.
So so if you couldn't catch them yet last season, how are you gonna catch them this season?
They're not competing to
If those teams, right, were staying where they are, like they don't need to improve their season, and they're just like, we're satisfied, we're just gonna age. Then I could say United got a chance to get closer. But as United signed, they signed. United signed, they signed. So it's just poor. It really is just poor. No, I mean, Joe, with Ronaldo leaving, if he does leave, then what striker do we have? Martial and Rashford, please.
Like I said, it's the end of the season. I mean, unless maybe what you do get in the back of that jersey, the back of that kit is prayer, because that's what it's gonna take, man. It's gonna take a whole lot. It's gonna take just like random acts of faith, because think about what needs to happen. Okay, Garnacho might have to come in and
oh hell no,
pull up,
or go and get Igalo again.
And if I was to think about who's in the market right now that we can go for that can replace those goals, we don't have people to replace Ronaldo's goals. This isn't about opportunity or whatever, because I don't know, and a lot of those goals that Ronaldo got, he plucked those out of thin air, If we if we don't improve our style of play, right, it's going to be harder for us to score goals, and we're going to need that X factor individual to be able to pluck goals, and we don't have anybody like that. We don't have anybody that can be there to receive the ball from Bruno. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with Rashford, with the way he's thinking, with the way he's playing.
Can we play Martial as a 9?
I'd rather Rashford I'd rather Martial than Rashford as a 9, to be honest.
Yeah. Rashford can't play with his back to goal. Impossible.
I'll do that, but man,
that's asking a lot, right?
That's asking a lot, man. For a dude that doesn't even want to be here anymore. He trying to bounce, He trying to leave, and man, it's lame, man. This shit is so lame. I am a Knicks fan, but this is the second time I have two teams who just are completely dead set on having zero ambition, and they're one of the highest grossing teams in the world. I support two teams who are in the top 6 of grossing, but they have the least ambition out of any league, their respective league. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Maybe they're about to pull something out of their back pocket, but again, that would be a miracle. That's we're expecting miracles from our recruiters. We're expecting miracles from the board. We're expecting and everybody's just. I don't know how to turn this shit around other than, it's gonna be Glazers out all over again. I was thinking about that today. What if Ten Hag ended up fucking around being successful? That'll buy the Glazers another 5-10 years. He fuck around and win the league. That's a wrap. We're stuck with these dudes so they die. But I don't. I feel like there's nothing else we can do. He's being set up for failure, and 2 years from now, we're going to be seeing Ten Hag being slandered on Twitter, slandered by former players,
British media,
and our opponents. You know, that's what's going to happen.
Richard, if Ronaldo does go, what are our options? Is there an option? Is there a plan B?
That's a good question, but there's a certain Brazilian who Paris Saint-Germain are actively trying to get rid of, and his name is Neymar.
Oh Lord, gee.
Yeah. So,
Yo, my man.
you know, a lot of people in England, they seem to think he's overrated. But if you look at his records, you know, second highest ever goal scorer for Brazil, won a trophy in every single professional year of his career. You know, for only one of 3 players to score 100 goals in 3 different leagues. He might be like our false number 9. And under Ten Hag's system, Neymar will play very well. Fair enough, he is injury prone. Fair enough, he can be a bit of a prima donna.
Yes,
But
he is a prima donna.
A little bit.
He's a prima donna. Yeah, I agree. But if United are looking to sell shirts and trying to save some face, then we should just go for Neymar. And
He's not a striker. He plays behind the striker, right?
yeah, that's what I mean. He can play as a false number 9. Sometimes he's played there for Brazil.
Has he still got the legs?
Yeah,
He's got the legs. Neymar is probably the only thing that I can say. Okay, if you really let Ronaldo go, maybe get Neymar and play Martial up front and play Neymar off him. I don't know, because Neymar will score goals. He scores goals wherever he does. But the Ronaldo thing, I'm just reading, is getting what I'm reading from his camp is getting worse and worse. And I think we need to act quickly, because if we don't, the season, like Joe said, is over. These are the 3 things I'm reading. Ronaldo is said to have been shocked and disappointed at United's implosion since his return, and he wants to bring a quick end to his return to the club. Ronaldo insists he's delivered on his side of the bargain, but believes United's players and bosses have let him down. Sources close to Ronaldo say he wanted to quit United as early as January, but was talked out of creating a scene. So the situation is bad, guys. We need to act fast.
Where's this source? What's this source?
This is the Times, I think. The Times.
Oh God. So this is as bad as it gets.
It's a Sunday.
Yo, if they knew, okay, so that means if he was trying to bounce in January, they knew. They fucking knew. So they didn't even try to create a situation where he would want to stay, unless they really wanted him to leave. And if that's the case, they should have already had a sign or scouting somebody to take over.
You think they're probably trying to save money on his wages?
Why do you think they wanted Núñez? They thought Ronaldo goes, we'll save on the salary. There's money that they'll pay over the year for Núñez, but then because Liverpool came with such a high bid, they're like, nah, we're not paying that much. So it's just, yeah, United, they just no plans B or C for that one. And the Neymar thing, I think it sounds like a Woodward typical signing, but the only thing that puts me off Neymar is at the moment he's on £43 million a year at PSG.
Yo.
So I don't think the Glazers want to pay anywhere near that.
No, I don't think. And if you guys remember when United played PSG at Old Trafford, who remembers the goal he scored? That was beautiful. Yeah. He was instrumental. The second goal he scored, he just went past the players like they were not there. And he started the move and went to finish off the move.
I don't think
he's not coming here. I don't even think he's not a United player. I'm sorry.
Is he a Premier League player though?
He's not.
Can he cope in the Premier League?
I think he can cope like in a I think he can cope in a Pep team.
I think he'll dive a lot, and the rest of
he'll dive a lot.
Ignore him.
You know, it's crazy. I thought I was going to see a lot of that for Ronaldo, but not that much. I guess maybe, you know.
When he has gone down, the refs have ignored him quite a few times.
Like the one at West Ham.
Yeah.
The last minute, yeah.
I just don't think he's a good fit in the locker room, man. That's too much, man. He's everything people thought Pogba was.
Yeah.
He is everything people thought Pogba was.
Neymar is he's too much. He's hard. He's too much.
Yeah.
He won't turn up
And
for training. Goes to his Brazilian festival. He's just too much. I don't think it'll work.
we're all gonna have to get, make sure we have Google Translate downloaded on our phones because he's gonna be chatting shit in Portuguese all the time. Nah, man, nah.
And
What? Don't you think he's a talent? Don't you
he's
think?
name of the
he's a talent.
footballer is
I think
talented.
he's a talent. Yeah,
He's very talented,
yeah,
but
very
he's got too
talented.
much side distractions.
Too much. And this team needs to be focused. This team needs to be focused. We don't need anybody undermining the manager in the locker room. We just need to be focused. And I'm fine being hovering around 4 and 6 and just be focused and progressively moving. Not these. We gotta stop with these deep swings. Trying to save ourselves with these long swings, because a lot of times we get it wrong. These big swings that we've been taking all these years, we've been getting them wrong. We got them wrong with Di Maria. We got them wrong with Depay. We got it wrong with Pogba. We got it wrong with Sanchez.
Who was the guy who signed with Di Maria? Falcao.
Falcao, we got it wrong. I mean, Falcao was an injury thing. I think Falcao and Cavani thing was about to see.
Schneiderlin, Schweinsteiger, there's been loads.
Did we get it wrong with Ibra?
No, we didn't get it wrong with Ibra.
I think we got just enough. Yeah,
Did we
just
get
right.
it wrong with Lukaku?
Yeah.
I think we got it
The
wrong.
only reason I think we got it wrong with Lukaku is because the ball didn't let him sign Perisic. We didn't sign a player that crosses the ball in. With Lukaku, it would have worked. If we got Perisic, I think he would have thrived under something like that.
Did we get it wrong with did we get it wrong with Sanchez?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Horrible.
We're gonna do a show. The biggest 10 of the biggest flops United have signed since Alex Ferguson, and we're gonna count down who the biggest flops are.
I'm gonna save you right now.
Maguire.
Sanchez is the bit.
Maguire's the first one.
Nah.
80 million.
Because Sanchez is getting paid more than Maguire.
Yeah, but there was no transfer fee. Maguire's
Sanchez was on 400 a week, 5 goals, 47 games.
Yeah, but
That's
how
nuts.
much Maguire on a
That's
week?
nuts. Greenwood came and doubled that in like 6 games. Nah, man, like 3 games. Nah,
Maguire's on 250
defender in the world.
Maguire was
Expensive defender in the world.
definitely Maguire. Definitely.
Okay, so the Maguire. So if you're gonna do that, then where does Sancho come in? Does Pogba come into that list?
I would put Pogba in there because he's won stuff. Are we doing it since Fergie left?
Since Fergie left, United's
put Pogba in
10
there.
worst flops. We're gonna do a show on that one.
I won't even put Pogba in there.
If it's top 10, Pogba's in there, bro. He may be a low
Really?
number, but he's in there. Because even though
Schneiderlin,
Oh, I forgot
Darmian,
Schneiderlin. God damn.
Darmian,
Dan James.
who's everyone?
Dan
James.
but we made money off of Dan James, though. We made money off of him, though. So it was good.
Them coming out the woodworks. Dan James was a flop.
Igalo was a flop.
Igalo? Yeah, exactly.
Igalo.
No, wait a
More
minute.
than
We
10.
need to
There's
separate.
more than 10.
No. We need to separate, right? A flop is when there is a ambition. There is a level that we thought we were gonna get, and we got
didn't
nothing
get
close to it. Ain't nobody was expecting Igalo to come in and go guns blazing. Nobody expected that from Dan James. Nobody really expected that from Fellaini. Well, I'm talking about the big name motherfuckers playing pianos, doing fucking videos with what's his name? Stonesy. Nah, man, you can't. Your intro can't be Stonesy, and then you have the same stats.
You know why he did that? He did that for marketing. So that's typical Woodward.
So okay, so we know Sancho.
wait.
I mean Sanchez was a flop. That's
Yeah, no,
understood.
Piano one. That was the worst.
Di Maria flop. We agree that one, right?
Yeah, didn't you?
Falcao. I'm sorry.
Well,
What I think it was a flop.
He was a flop.
100%.
What of so Dan
Fine.
James wasn't a flop? I think he was.
Definitely. He was a flop.
Dan James. I mean, look.
Yeah, but we weren't. That was just what's his name, man? I think no, not Ole. It was
Ryan Giggs.
His Welshman. Yes. It
Nah, I
was
don't
Ryan
think
Giggs,
that,
man.
though.
Yo,
You know
Ryan
how
Giggs
much-
rubber stamped that, man.
You
Come
know how
on,
much
bro.
that Dan James was going for before we signed him? Everyone said we got him cheap. He was going to get sold for $4 million. We went in with 15. Like, it's a shambles.
So would you say Lukaku was a flop?
Yeah.
Lukaku was a flop.
Lukaku was a flop.
Because the
Harry
expectation
Maguire?
was much higher.
He's still there.
Yeah, Harry Maguire is an active flop right now. He's an active flop.
Oh,
He is an
non-active.
active flop. Yes, he has a chance to turn it around because he still's got a contract, but he is currently in a flop status. Like if he retired right now, he will be cemented, notarized, flop.
The pie flopped.
Memphis Depay.
Flop.
Yeah.
Flop. A lot was expected from him. Mourinho tried to, it didn't work out. Schneiderlin. Oh,
Flop.
who was the guy we got from Borussia Dortmund who went to Arsenal?
Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan.
Flop.
I think he
Yeah.
was
A flop?
In Europe, he did well.
He scored in a key final.
Hmm. Would you call him a flop? He scored in the Europa League final.
He wasn't a great signing, but it wasn't the worst. But ultimately, it wasn't good enough.
Lee
But
Grant.
that was a Mourinho signing, and Mourinho got him out.
Yeah. No, but do you know what it was? Mourinho only got him out because the board wanted Sanchez.
Yeah,
And that was
because,
more for marketing.
Mkhitaryan was playing under Mourinho for Roma.
Hang on.
Diego Dalot, do you think he's been a flop?
Diego Dallo.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Well, expectation wasn't really there. I think he has the same. I think Tellus had more expectation
Tellez has been a flop.
than
Tellez
Tellus been a
flop.
flop.
Victor Valdez, flop.
Victor Valdez.
Valdez,
Who's
yeah.
Victor Valdez again?
The Spanish
goalkeeper
keeper from
from-
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
You forgot about him.
He didn't play any. How many games was he?
He played a little bit. He played a little bit.
Um,
Marcus Rojo, flop.
Rojo. I mean, Rojo was in that team that was in a rebuild. He was hard.
Under Mourinho is good, but after that, he was a flop.
So you think Marcus Rojo was a flop?
I don't know. He's like he sits in the Mkhitaryan sort of.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna have to find that as in flop, and he could have done better than active flops. So end of the month, the last Saturday of July, we're gonna do a show. So get your calendars ready. Biggest United flops since Alex Ferguson left. All right.
Have you not seen the thing about Romero coming back? That you'd be happy to
Yeah.
go back
I'll
I won't
take
call him a
that. I'll
flop.
take that. I'll take
Take
that.
it back.
Yeah,
I'll take more.
Yeah, I'll take it
him
back.
But the way they disrespected him, though, if I was
Yeah, Ole messed him up big time.
That's all right.
Ole and Wood.
Ole
Ole and Woodward.
didn't even let him train. And then remember he was meant to go to Everton
Yeah.
and he blocked it on the deadline.
He must have been laughing when Ole got sacked. He must
His
have
wife
been
was
laughing.
on his social media saying stuff.
Where's he now?
I think he's in Spain.
Italy or Spain.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Spain. Yeah.
Is Wan-Bissaka a flop?
Yeah.
He's a flop.
No, I don't think Wan-Bissaka is a flop.
You don't think so?
Because if we play,
Did you see the footage of him?
Wait.
Unable to cut his first touch is so bad.
Like, bro, why did you post that, man? Come on, bro. Why you posting that?
Did you see
That's
that?
not you.
It was embarrassing.
The crossing.
No, did you see there was a footage recently?
First touch.
His first touch. Oh my God! It's like the ball. It was like a Lukaku touch. Too heavy.
Is this the
The
one
reason
where
why-
he's doing personal training with the people that he's training with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was one where he's doing 1-2s and then he was doing a crossing. I was thinking, why would you not edit that? Or why would you?
Yo,
I'm telling you, this guy's a flop.
That's crazy. Out of all the footage, that was the best they could put up. Yo, that's wild. That was the best. That was the best.
He's a flop. 50
Nobody was
million,
like,
man.
yo, run that back.
He's a flop. 50 million for that. Nah, that's
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
that's a lot of money.
I wouldn't say he's a flop. Well, okay, so
It's a lot of money.
we fucked that.
No,
We never.
50 million.
Wait,
No,
listen.
50 million.
Remember when we signed him, right? Were we trying to play that kind of game when we needed our backs to move forward, or were we just playing counter-attacking football? And when he was defensively playing, he was good.
In the counter-attacking team, he's good, definitely. But
Yeah.
now he tried to play differently.
Right.
And for 50 million, you got to put the price tag in there. When you say 50 million,
Because-
it's not good enough.
the reason why I say this is because if Wan-Bissaka wasn't on the team today, right, and Ten Hag was trying to institute his style of play, we would not have signed Wan-Bissaka. Simply because he's just not that type of player. Not because he's not capable of doing a job.
Well, he said he
in
used to be a
different
winger.
system. He should. He also posts shit videos of himself training, thinking it's about to bring up his stock. You know, so clearly, you know, he's not there. He's not
I think the guy's very
Obviously,
confused.
yeah,
I'm telling you, this was the same guy who jumped in his Ferrari without insurance or driver's license or was previously
G-Wagon.
banned.
The G-Wagon.
G-Wagon. I'm telling you, the guy has a few issues there upstairs. Would you call what's his name a flop? Brandon Williams or
Yeah.
don't?
Well, he's academy though.
Brandon Williams is academy.
He's academy, yeah.
Academy, so you can't really say the flop. He just should never have been near the first team.
he should
To
be-
leave
he
Chong.
flop. Oh, moved. He should have been moved on. Not good enough.
Has he gone back to Feyenoord now? Or has it been signed?
No, he's back.
Turn
He's
around,
back.
Joe. You're upside down.
Yeah, but they're trying
Oh, my
to.
bad.
I think he's trying to go to Feyenoord. The last I heard last week, but I don't know if they signed it.
Is Diallo a flop or Pelistri a flop?
Not enough time for me.
Chances. They've not been given enough chances.
Who's coming in there?
For the money they bought him for, like, how can you pay that money and then like ship him on loan? That's a disgrace.
Oh God, we got Chris in there. My God.
Oh my God. Hey,
Chris comes. UK Chris. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hashtag you're not serious.
hey, unfortunately, guys, I got a dip. All right.
That's right.
Hey,
All right.
cheers. I hit you up on the next one. All right, fellas?
All right, mate.
All right, man.
Chris, welcome to the show. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, hi Chris. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How's everyone doing?
Welcome in UK, Chris. Chris, welcome on. It's been a long time. We only see you every 3 months or every 4 months these days. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We were just saying hashtag this guy's not serious. That's your favorite quote.
Oh, all right, okay.
So we were talking. We were talking. We were just quickly going to run through what we've said so far. We talked. United fans were celebrating yesterday. First signing, Tyrell Malacia. We just found out he's going to be a backup for Luke Shaw. Then the De Jong deal seems to be up in the air to a certain point. Then we now have Ronaldo say he wants out. That's where we are. Where do you stand on this, Chris?
So can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I think I don't know what happened there.
So did you hear what I was asking you?
Unstable. Yeah.
Tyrell
Ronaldo's-
Malacia, how do you feel when you heard the news yesterday?
Yeah, because the thing with his signing, I knew about maybe about a week in advance. I had I think I mentioned in the group there that I'd seen him play before in the Europa Conference final.
Right.
Yeah, it was very impressive. It was one of the I think he's one of the best free players on the pitch that day. Yeah, he really stood out in that game. He really is the left back that Man United require.
But they say it's going to be a backup for Luke Shaw.
I don't think he'll be a backup. I think eventually he'll be the main guy. It looks like they'll be selling what's his name? Tellers, yeah. By the looks of it, because Shaw's English, of course, so they're not going to sell him. So that's normal. But he definitely fits the bill for what Ten Hag is looking for. Because he's going to offer you a lot of attacking options. He's very technical. He's got very good crossing. He's got a good shot on him. His positionals very well. He's an aggressive player. He's just, to me, he's an upgrade to Shaw. He's better than Tellers as well. Yeah, he's
upgrade, not a backup.
Nah, to me, he's going to be eventually the main starter.
Right, De Jong. What's your take? Is he coming to United? Is he coming? Can we keep him? Can we get him? Or Barca keeping him?
I think the deal's already done. I think there's just a hold up for maybe you know how Man United operate with this media stuff. They want to push it out at a certain time. So I do genuinely believe the deal is done. It's just they're delaying on making an official announcement.
Because the report from the Barca president is coming by a different tune, mate. Laporte.
Yeah, I saw that today, but from what I've seen online, I do genuinely believe that the deal has been complete, and they're just waiting on. I guess probably they're waiting on other signings to be made before they make it official. But I think he's definitely an improvement to the current crop of players that Man United currently have in the midfield. We know who those shams are, so there's no point in even naming them. So,
with the breaking news of Ronaldo saying he wants out, where do you stand? And what are United's options if he does go? Martial and Rashford, what's your take?
Again, I don't really know. I don't know whether this is actually. It's actually to do with putting the pressure on the board, which I've heard Kay mention, or it's if it's as realistic as what's been made out in the press. But we're gonna find out anyway eventually. But to me, where's he gonna go with his wages? Who realistically is gonna take it? If you look at all the clubs out there, Paris Saint-Germain realistically, but is he gonna go to Paris Saint-Germain? I can't see that happening. So where's he gonna go? He's not gonna go to Barcelona. He's not gonna go back to Real Madrid. Bayern Munich are not gonna sign him. PSG very unlikely to sign him.
Interested. Buying Chelsea and Napoli, I think.
I can't see him going to Chelsea.
No, I can't.
Maybe Bayern, but what Bayern? Does that mean that Bayern? That means Lewandowski has to go for him to go there.
Yeah,
if that's going to happen. You think that's going to happen?
Lewandowski could Barca.
Right.
Well, that could be an opening. That could be an opening.
Well, Bayern have to show an interest that they want him as the replacement, but maybe the wages might scare them off because they don't pay a lot out there. They don't pay a lot.
Yeah,
so that maybe Ronaldo will take a pay cut. We don't know. He could take a pay cut if he's guaranteed Champions League football, because
wherever
this
he
team
goes next, he'll have to take a pay cut anyway.
Yes,
like, he stops
this team is not going to take him to Champions League. No way. No time soon. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. This team don't have what it takes to be in the top four next season. The way they are going, but in United's mind, they think they still got time in the transfer window. That's what they think. Like, oh, the window's only open 2 weeks. Why are United fans panicking? No, it's when they see other teams stockpiling the good players. Where do you have left? Now start looking for cheap free deals that are, rubbish. The leftovers, scraping the ball of the pot. This is just United. So we talked about Marthnez and Antony. Where is United with this, Chris? What's your take on Marthnez and Antony?
We're talking about both of the Ajax players.
Yes, Marthnez were battling with Arsenal.
Well, I'm hearing that apparently they've agreed a deal for Marthnez, but I don't know if that's gonna come up or not. But that's what I'm hearing, and like I've spoken to Richard a few times. I think that they'll get Antony. I think that will be announced soon.
Antony or Marthnez, who will make a bigger impact to United if we were to pick one?
I'll probably say Marthnez because the centre back situation is not great.
Even though he's smaller in height.
Yeah,
the EPL is much physical.
Yeah, I get that, but again, as a defender, it's not always about height. The main things are about positional sense, just being aware of the game, being aggressive, not to be not to be bullied by basically imposing your play on the opposition's attacker or striker.
Right.
And we don't have defenders who, the only one is Varane,
right,
but everyone else is not up to the job. I'd say Marthnez, but if Ronaldo leaves, and it's going to leave a huge gaping hole at the front. You can't rely on Martial or Rashford to deliver.
As centre forwards?
They've proved in the past that they can't do not up to the job. They're just not up to the job of. They're not players who take you to win the league. Let's just say that.
Wow.
So yeah, they need if Ronaldo goes, then they'll need to sign 2 forward players, in my opinion, because you can't rely on Rashford and Martial. No,
wow.
I won't rely on them.
So just before you joined, we were talking about it's a show we're gonna do. We're just throwing the names out there. The Saturday in July, we're gonna do a show. United's biggest flops since Fergie left. So we have flop, a player who didn't do well to his expectation, and active flops. But the biggest 10 flops, we're gonna narrow it down to the biggest 10 flops.
Okay.
Do you have some in your mind?
Do I have some players in my mind?
Yeah, active flops, past flops, and absolutely zero. As in, he was so shit. As in, he was rubbish.
Well, we're talking about since Ferguson left.
Yeah.
Since after
from
Ferguson
Moyes
left.
to current day.
Boy,
we had to go deep and find some names. Like, oh my word, I forgot about him.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to have a think about that.
We'll quickly go over a few. We went through people like.
I'd say that, of course, like we've got the obvious, like people like Maguire.
Yeah, that's what we said. Maguire number 1.
You said.
Yeah, obviously obvious. McTominay.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I think he's such a poor player.
Lukaku, flop.
Yeah, I would to some extent, but I don't know if I'll put him in the top 10 though. I'll need to have I need to have a think about that. Who'll be in the top 10?
What about Sanchez?
Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez will be in the top 10. He was it was not
Schneiderlin,
Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
See, you remember that Mkhitaryan.
I don't think Mkhitaryan was a top 10 flop. You think he was a top 10 flop?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he was.
Yeah, I don't.
Wan-Bissaka.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 50 million.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka will be there.
What of Eric Bailly?
Dan James.
Dan James. There we go. They're all coming out now.
Yeah.
I want to put Eric Bailly in there because he was pivotal to us winning Europa League.
Eric Bailly, you think he's a flop?
I want to say
not in the top 10. Not in the top 10.
Not top 10, but he'll be top 20. So I'm gonna. Okay. What of what's his name? You think he's a flop?
Who's that?
Memphis Depay.
Not as big as a flop as everyone thinks he was. No, he wouldn't be in the top 10. I'm not sure about the top 20. I'm not sure. But I'll have to when we do it.
I don't think he was as bad as people say. It's once he showed the injured. He wasn't getting that overlap in front so that he could. He did all right, and he was young when he came to United.
Louis van Gaal destroyed him more than Mourinho had to pick out pieces, but Mourinho just felt, you know what? If your Dutch man could not fix you, I haven't got the time.
Yeah. Well, Dan James for me would be.
I thought Dan James was a flop. Honestly, yeah, I thought he was one-dimensional.
I didn't expect him to come in, but when I saw him, there was one game. Chris, remember when me and you was in Dubai and we lost?
Yeah, I know the game. Yeah,
I think we lost to Leicester or something, and he was playing.
Yeah, I think it was Leicester. Yeah, Old Trafford. Yeah.
Is that the game when Maguire was injured and only played it? That game?
I
No.
don't think it was.
This was the first season that Dan James played, and it was the first 3 games that I'd seen him play. He was just horrible to watch. No technique, very predictable on the ball. I said to Christian, this is a championship level player.
You know what deceived us, Richard? Remember the first few games he scored, and everyone was getting excited.
Yeah, the first season he scored in the first 2 games. I think he scored 1 goal, and I remember him doing all this and all that.
Yeah, an equalizer against. I think I forgot.
Oh, Palace.
Palace, last minute. And they scored the second one.
Yeah. He was celebrating an equalizer. And United, you don't really do that stuff. You know, you go get the ball to the center of put it in the center circle, but he was celebrating like it was a big goal. That's when I knew that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had brought some losers into the squad.
Chris, will you put Pogba as a flop?
Nah, I won't put him as flop. The thing is, Pogba won three trophies. Was it two? No.
Two.
Yeah, two
Europa
trophies.
League
Yeah.
and League
Europa
Cup.
League and League Cup. Yeah.
Community Shield don't count as well, does it?
It does count, but we didn't win. He didn't win a
Some people
Community Shield.
count it. Some people do.
No, I won't put him as a flop. I would say that it's a combination of both. I mean, like he was unfortunate because he's come out of a period of Man United's history where things are just in a terrible state all around. We were talking from top to bottom, and like again, he hasn't helped himself with the way he's behaved in the odd occasion in media. But again, I mean, the things that he said it's not exactly like it's anything new, is it? Like,
right.
I remember Wayne Rooney going around flirting with Man City.
Yeah.
Nobody seemed to make nobody seemed to make a big deal of it out of it, but because it's Pogba, it has to be the front of the Sun newspaper. But,
yeah.
Imagine if Pogba did what Ronaldo did today. Hey,
yeah,
you wouldn't be able to walk in the city again.
Oh, dang.
Exactly.
See, I think the media handpicked the certain player they really want to destroy the character. When they don't like the player, anything you do outside football. I remember didn't Raheem Sterling do something for his mother or something? Bought a house for his parents.
He had a gun tattoo and it was commemorated for his dad's getting killed. And they were saying, why has he got a AK-47 on his leg?
Yeah.
Like, they tried to crucify him.
So yes, Chris. So that is a show we're gonna do end of the month. Top biggest flops. So we're gonna count down, and we're gonna come down to. So the flop could be active, like Joe said before he left. What was the term he used, Richard?
Phil Jones is a flop, surely.
Active is someone that's still playing at the club.
Still playing in the club, but a flop, but still playing.
You've got Phil Jones, guys. Phil Jones.
But Phil Jones is Fergie era. Phil Jones joined the Fergie, but he's a flop. True. Honestly, I think he's a flop.
One matter.
Nah.
What you put him in the top 10, Rich?
No, not top 10.
But would you put him at? Would you say Mata was a flop in the club to the club?
No.
I won't say that.
I won't say it was a great signing for me, but he wasn't a flop.
Yeah. So he's. I think I wouldn't call Pogba a flop. I would say he was talented, but one of the most inconsistent.
Yeah.
With what he had, he was too talented to be inconsistent. He could have done a bit more. He came with the same thing with Martial. Talent just can't be bothered.
Martial. I don't think Martial has been. We've not mentioned Martial. I don't think he's been a flop.
Would you say Cavani was a flop?
Nah. Cavani done well in his first season. Second season he was injury prone. Second season he didn't want to be here. So
yeah.
I don't.
The same injury prone. He was selective in certain games that he wanted to play. So
was Fellaini a flop?
Yeah.
Do you know something? Fellaini wasn't a great player, but he did actually produce in key moments for United.
Yeah, that's
remember that game, Europa League in the semi-final. He scored that crucial goal.
And in the FA Cup, I think he scored in the semi-final as well. So
he scored some big goals for us, to be fair.
Yeah, he did.
I won't put him in the top 10.
Even though I wasn't.
So I'll compile a list and we'll start breaking them down. All right, I'll have 20. I'll look for 20. If there are any, you could. I'll send you guys. I'll inbox you guys the list I compiled, and there are any names you could think of, we'll add it. But we're gonna do the show of United's biggest flop since Fergie season. All right. Yeah. I mean, Ibra wasn't a flop. Would you call Ibra a flop?
No way.
Definitely not.
No, it wasn't a flop.
Christian, would you say Igalo was a flop?
You know what? He scored some goals, but I don't know if I wasn't his biggest fan. I don't know if I'll put him in the top 10 though. They'd be close to the top 10. They're probably worst players. What do you think he'd be in the top 10?
I mean, Ole just didn't play him after the lockdown. He didn't play him.
So he wasn't good enough to start with. He wasn't. But I think his agent he shared. his agent or something was connected to Ollie, so that's how the deal kind
That's
of
messed up, mate.
But
Would you say what's his name was a flop? Would you say this guy's a flop? The guy who plays next to Maguire, what's his name? Swedish guy.
Varane. Oh, Lindelof.
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 Nah, I won't say it's a flop.
not a flop, but not enough to be make United challenges. But
So he's not an active flop either. He's just okay.
Tim, this
It's
is the
just
worst
okay.
of the debate. You know, like normally you know what a flop is, but we've got like near flops. We've got so many near flops that it just shows you how bad it's been. Like normally you'd be like, yeah, he's a flop or he's not. Well, with United, it's like he's not a flop. But
So Falcao was injury prone. Was he a flop?
Yeah, he's a flop, man.
He was a flop. Falcao and
Chris.
Yeah,
Falcao.
yeah, I agree. He was a flop. Yeah.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. I mean, this Ronaldo news really left a bitter taste in my mouth. I mean,
But
and
Ronaldo could still stay. Ronaldo could still stay. You know, if we just sign players. So,
but
it's not good.
who can we sign? I mean, the Marthnez deal. I think Marthnez can. If he's to choose between Arsenal and United, I think he'll come to United. I know that. But if we sign him, can we still get Anthony? Because Anthony is the guy who's got the key to unlock defenses and put the ball in. If we have Sancho one wing, Anthony one wing, I think we're kind of good to go.
Mm.
Then where does that leave Martial and Rashford if we get Anthony?
One of them has to go.
Yeah, ain't gonna be Rashford.
Ronaldo is, they said that the club came out and said we are not selling him. That's gonna create a clash. That's the thing I'm worried about. The fact they're saying we're not gonna sell him, like I don't want Ronaldo to start throwing his toys at the pub. And I don't know if he will do that, but if he does, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Yeah, because the dressing room it's already fragmented. If he start, because the thing is, if Ronaldo's in the mood, everyone will know about it. So if he comes into that dressing room and he's
and
unhappy,
that means the captaincy. It's only De Gea and Maguire.
nah, Maguire should.
That means that
Maguire should be captain. No way.
There's no way Ronaldo's going to be captain there after coming out and saying this. There's no way he's going to be captain there.
So then,
De Gea, it's got to be De Gea, man.
no one is saying Bruno. No, Bruno is captain.
Nah,
No.
Bruno's too emotional, man.
Nah, he shouldn't be captain.
And he had a stinker of a season last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did. He should be the head should be the first choice.
But United don't really do goalkeeping captain. You see what I
I mean,
mean?
last time was Schmeichel, wasn't it?
Michael.
I mean, Schmeichel was
Barthez. Was Barthez not captain a few games?
who?
Barthez was captain a few
Yes,
games.
a few. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But I just don't see that goalkeeping thing to motivate the players. Only they have a goalkeeper captain and somebody who's going to be like delegating. I don't know. I don't know. The guy looks too quiet to me.
Van der Sar was captain a few times as well, I think.
Was he? Was he?
Yeah, it was.
The odd game was, yeah. But you got to remember, back then, we could have picked 5 captains. Like, in this team now,
Yeah, that's what
Easily.
I'm saying.
Easily,
You've got
even more than that.
Yeah.
So, but now it's just like, and they'll say McTominay looks like a future captain. I'm just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know.
It's because he shouts a lot. He shows a lot of passion.
He shows passion, but he's not a good footballer. And we got too many of those average footballers who won't get into a City, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Spurs team. He won't even get into I don't think he'll get into a good Spurs team. I think.
For me, I don't understand why pundits are not bringing this up. A guy that can't play centre mid for Scotland is playing centre mid for Man United.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Yeah, he plays centre, but one of the back three, isn't he? He's one of the back three for Scotland, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right.
Well,
It's embarrassing.
gentlemen, it is what this is. United fans talking about United. The problems we have. We made the signing yesterday. Fans were a bit excited. Like first signing in, expected today to head De Jong, but instead we're hearing Barca saying they might keep him if he takes his wages down. If he takes his wages down, then deal is off. Actually, then if that deal's off, we spent all that time chasing him like we chased Sancho, and not done much. Then we now have to go look for Marthnez and Anthony. This team the structure is really disorganized. Nothing really has changed. Nothing really. But I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. And it doesn't give me a lot of hope for going into the new season. Preseason starts next week. Doesn't it start next week?
That's started already. Started on Monday.
Huh? Preseason, not pre-training. Preseason,
training.
the tour,
The
the tour.
game.
When does the tour start?
Next, I think from
They
Friday.
fly on Friday.
July
They
8th.
fly on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got
Wow.
Liverpool on the 12th. They're playing soon. The first ones.
So that's next. Playing Liverpool on Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Yeah. Next.
That's
on
a
the 12th.
spanking right. That's a spanking right there, bro. With Nunez and all. You see how these teams got all the players before they travel, organized. Liverpool, they said we got what we want. We shut shop. We see guys in August. They're done. Man City, they've done the job. Look at Spurs, done the job. We just got one apparently backup, and we all jumpy, yay! And we stuck again with breaking news. I don't know what to think of this club, bro. Chris, any last words?
Let's wait and see what happens with the Ronaldo situation. It should be very interesting. I hope that they sign Anthony. He's a crucial signing, and they need a centre back as well. It's important that they sign a centre back and an attacking player, because we can't put too much burden on Cristiano Ronaldo. But again, we don't even know if he's going to be here. So we'll see what happens. But I genuinely believe that they'll make at least 5 signings. They've got
United.
to. Because,
Five?
they've got to. Yeah, I think 5 signings.
All right,
Wow.
Chris,
They've
you've just
got
heard
to
it. Fans, you've just heard Chris say
Yeah.
United will
I
make
think they're
5.
going to sign a goalkeeper.
There's Ericsson still there. Forgot to say, Ericsson. What's your
No.
quick take on Ericsson?
I think he's a quality signing. He's, to me, for the number 10 role, he's better than
You think he's better than Bruno?
Bruno. Yes,
Really?
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. I don't watch him. I didn't see him a lot of him.
I've seen a lot of him. I've seen a lot because when you play in that role, it's all about the discipline. You have to be in certain areas of the pitch. You can't just be wandering around like Bruno does, and he keeps the ball as well consistently. We're talking high 90%. He doesn't make any of these long passes. I like Bruno, but
He's a bit erratic.
He's very erratic. He's very, very erratic. He just doesn't have. You need to be in a certain position when you play in the number 10, and it's crucial that you're able to link up the play in certain areas. Bruno just does whatever he wants to do on the pitch, and he's not going to get away with that under Ten Hag. That's what he's got. I believe that Ericsson is he's in straight competition with Bruno. Bruno has to be very careful because he's gonna be spending a lot of time on the bench if he doesn't pull
It's a
his
bit
weight
harsh,
up.
Chris.
No, I'm being serious.
That's the truth.
I'm honestly being
I
serious.
agree.
I'm honestly being serious because he's like, especially when Solskjaer was there, he was just doing whatever. It's like he had no defined role. It was crazy, you know. But
Centre
under
forward.
Ten Hag, mate, you ain't gonna be doing any of that nonsense. He's gonna put you on the bench. If you're
Bruno
shouting
was
about
winning
like
and
that.
leaving the midfield. One person in midfield, leaving massive gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Richard,
shambles.
last words, and Ericsson, what's your thoughts?
I'm 50-50 on Ericsson. Good player, and I agree with Chris on the fact that he is a better number 10 than Bruno in terms of his discipline, his tactical awareness. But I just can't get over the fact that he almost died a year ago.
Yeah.
Is his heart strong? I don't know.
I thought about it. You know, I was not even sure. I said, is it the same guy? Then they said Danish. I said, he's the same guy.
Yeah, this guy, you know.
But he has what do you call it in the heart?
Pacemaker.
Pacemaker in there.
Mm.
I won't risk
And
it.
he played for Brentford last season.
Yeah, but he was playing, you know, he was coming off the bench and stuff for Brentford. He didn't play all of the games. For me, it's too much of a risk.
You think so? Because United demand too much?
Yeah, the pressure and stuff. I think he's just better off at this stage of his career, playing at Brentford or somewhere, just playing out the final years. He doesn't need too much stress. trust me, man, he almost had a near-death situation. So I think we should go for somebody else. Sorry, guys. But Ericsson, as good as he is, for me, represents too much of a risk. Anthony, I definitely want, but we need a defensive midfielder. I think that would be key.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna touch on that later. I agree with Rich on the defensive midfielder.
You don't sign a defensive midfielder, and if this guy continues to play Maguire at the back, it's going to be a very, 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 very bad season.
I think he continues playing Maguire. I mean, I think he's not the guy for Man United. I genuinely believe that.
Wow.
Yeah, Ten Hag. Yeah, I will be. If this guy continues with Maguire, I won't be in full support of Ten Hag.
Wow. Okay, last words, Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, but the fact that he's not decided between Man United and Everton, Man United and Brentford, that's worrying. Like,
It shows you his mentality as well.
It shouldn't be that big a decision, but I think he's either waiting for another offer. But if I was him, I want to come to United. Having that heart condition, being at Man United, the stress you're going to be from being at Man United, let alone playing, that's going to be stressful for you. Like, and obviously they're saying he wants to live in London. I think they were talking about Tottenham coming in for him. I'd love to take him, but if I was Eriksen, I wouldn't go anywhere near United. Right,
he wants to remain in London. Brentford is west. Isn't Brentford West London? Yeah.
Yes, West London, yeah.
So, North of Manchester, I could see there's a big difference. But United will pay him more. Can he deal with the stress? And because United, you have to have the balls to play at the fit of the. A lot of players have crumbled there. The fans, the fans are supportive, but the demand is a lot. Social media wide, it's a lot.
And also with that, he's getting older. It's almost like he needs to just enjoy his life. After Rich said, he's 30 now. He almost had a near-death experience. He wants to wind down and enjoy his life. So yeah, coming to United, the toxicity, the stress that comes with it, the pressure. Yeah, I don't think it'd be advisable to.
I don't think he should go. I personally don't think that would be a good move for him.
I'd love him to come to United, but for him personally, if I was advising him, I'd say don't go near that.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Boy.
Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm left with the UK crew. I was joined with Joe from Houston Red Army. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join us on our journey to 4K. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problems, bro.
Appreciate you. I haven't seen you in a while. Richard, we haven't seen. Hope to see you guys soon, more frequently. K has been holding UK down consistently. Him and Vimor have been consistent, but Vimor's gone off for the last 2 weeks. He went on vacation. But guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll just have to follow the news and see where this club goes. Chris has said this club is not serious. He's also said they're going to sign 5 players. We'll wait and see. So, Chris, we will be on your case.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens.
All right, guys. Have a nice weekend.
Take care.
You too, bro.
Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Training.
Yeah.
Right.